And sometimes when you get a renter and you get a bad feeling about it, you should just go with that gut feeling and cancel it. Welcome back. This is Kev B with your TURO Stories. Click the link in my bio to get cash back on your first full tank of gas, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and share these stories with your friends that's trying to get involved in Turo. Now, let's get into this story, man. And sometimes when you get a renter and you get a bad feeling about it, you should just go with that gut feeling and cancel it. But I'm the type of guy that I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. So this renter came in. She was a young lady. I think she was 20 years old, turning 21 shortly. So I feel like she was coming down here for a birthday, whatever, a party or whatever, something like that. And she rented a car in West Palm Beach. Now, I live in a central location to all three airports. I literally live like a few minutes away from the Fort Lauderdale airport in South Florida here, which means that I'm literally 45 minutes from the Miami airport and 45 minutes from the West Palm Beach airport. So I'm able to deliver to all the airports. That's the way I can maximize my bookings and rentings. When I do an airport delivery, I charge $120. I can do a video about that, why, to explain it, the charges. We can go more depth in that. If you want a video about that, leave a comment in the comment section and we'll get that out. So she booked it for West Palm Beach. And I think it was like a weekend trip, probably from like a Thursday to like a Monday, Friday to something around the Friday to Monday, something around those around those times, around that parameters, a weekend trip. So at first, I got a little leery about it. I was like, okay, no problem. I don't get a lot of bookings to West Palm Beach, but I'll do it this time, So I take the car up there to West Palm Beach. I do my pre-trip. I send her all of the instructions. And when you're dropping off a vehicle at the airport, it's also good to not just leave written instructions in the text message of where your vehicle is, but what I do is I take photos of where the car is, and then I go to the terminal. Like, okay, let's say somebody says, hey, I'm coming from JetBlue. JetBlue may be at Terminal 2. So first thing, I'll find Terminal 2, park as close as I can to Terminal 2, 1. 2, take my photos of where I parked at, the location. Then 3, I will go to the terminal, walk to the terminal to where they're probably going to come out from baggage claim, and take photos of the door that they walk out of. I'll take photos of where they would cross the street. I take a photo of where they would enter the parking garage. I'll take a photo of the elevator they're going to get on. And as I take the photos, I will also write in the instructions. You're going to go through this door. When you leave this baggage claim, you'll go through here. You're going to walk through here. You're going to walk here. Once you get here, you're going to make a left. Then you're going to go up the stairs or up the elevator to make a right. It's going to be down this aisle. I type I'm very, very detailed with those instructions. Because the last thing you want is to have a guest wandering around the airport and can't find your car. You're going to get a 1-star at that point. They're going to be so frustrated. That's the last thing I would be frustrated. So my photos and everything I do is detailed to the T. So I did all that. She finds the car, she books the car, good. Now it's time to return the trip. Not only, here's the kicker. So another tip I'll give you, make sure that for all of your vehicles, you have a spare key. So for this particular vehicle that I had rented that day, I had a key and a spare key that unlocked the door, but it didn't start the ignition. I was being cheap. To be honest with you, I didn't know that it mattered when I made the spare key until I got home and I tested it out and I realized, there's a chip. But it's neither here nor there. So she loses the key. But thank God, luckily, I was able to help her out. I had to send her a copy of the Turo agreement, and she was able to get to a dealership and get a spare key made. That was the first time that happened to me, so I was a little bit anxious about that. Like, yo, you lost the key. How am I going to get another key? Blah, 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 blah. But through Turo communication, I walked her through it, You know, I looked it up myself. Okay, there's a dealership here. Da 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 da. There's also a locksmith. And we communicated. We talked about it, and I was able to get them to the location to where they had to get the key. Of course, they had to pay for it for themselves because they lost the key. Now, had they not found the key and I had to go up there and get it and do all that stuff, that would have been a charge on them. So always have a spare key, and because keys get lost. I think I've had about 3 people lose keys. She was the first. So next, now it's time for the return the vehicle. And I always leave in my instructions, when you return the vehicle, please take a photos of where you return it and leave detailed instructions so I can find the vehicle. She took a photo, but she didn't leave me any instructions of where I could find the car. So you know what happens, right?